Anyway, let's go to Liyue Harbor and see what's up.
It's Zhongli.
Paimon votes we go say hi to Xiangling first. Huh? Xiangli? What a pleasant surprise meeting you here!
Oh? Why, the pleasure is all mine. As is the surprise, surely. It must be fate that brings us together in this place. How have you fared as of late?
Everything has been going great. Things have been going alright.
Setbacks are inevitable over the course of a long journey. If you wish to share what's troubling you, allow me to lend my ear. There is no need to shoulder all burdens by yourself.
Thank you, Zhongli.
You are too kind.
So, Xiangli, are you here to listen to stories over tea again?
I had originally planned to set out after this last round of tea. However, I had planned to take a walk to Qingce village and gather some nascent bamboo shoots, which are currently in season. A villager there once gave me a small sample, and they possessed a most excellent flavor.
Huh? Nascent bamboo shoots? Why can't you just use normal bamboo shoots instead? Wait, Paimon knows, because Zhongli prefers the finer things in life, right? Okay, Mr. Particular, let me guess. Ahem. The nascent bamboo shoot has a uniquely tender texture and a delicate sweet taste that its normal cousin cannot match.
This joke sounds like Zhongli.
An astute observation, Paimon. You know me well indeed. Lantern Rite is almost upon us, but besides the bamboo shoots, there are a few other items I have not yet procured from Director Hu's list. May I ask if you have already made arrangements for the days ahead?
Well, we were planning to use the opportunity to say hi to some of our friends, but before we were able to figure out a schedule, we ran into you.
Well then, might I invite you to imagine the sheer delight that is a soup cooked with the freshest nascent bamboo shoots in all the land. Generous cuts of pork belly and crisp, fragrant bamboo shoots placed together in the pot and left to simmer slowly for half a day.
I've never had anything like it. I'm already drooling.
You're doing this on purpose, aren't you? hands onto your plan. You just want to hoodwink us into fetching your bamboo for you.
Yes.
Why, I assure you, I would do no such thing. I merely wish to inform you of the freshest, most succulent and flavorful bamboo shoots one could ever hope to taste.
Ugh. Let's go, Traveler. Paimon's taste buds can't take it anymore.
Ready to go when you are.
Collecting a few bamboo shoots shouldn't take too long. Paimon has got to get her hands on some of that soup.
Such fine specimens are indeed well worth the excursion. Very well. I shall leave the bamboo shoots to you. Should you have the good fortune to find some, please share them with me as well.
See? Paimon knew he was just bamboozling us.
Bamboozling.
However, there is no need to rush. The streets of Liyue will be bustling with visitors and filled with all manner of celebrations during the festive period. By all means, go wherever your interests lead you. The nascent bamboo shoots would be but a wonderful final touch to a most exceptional feast. What an honor it would be to savor them in the company of friends.
I understand. We'll check in with you later at Wangsheng Funeral Parlor.
We're heading out. Enjoy your walk, Young Lee.
Take care now, you two.
1,000 miles for an enigmatic tune. Let me sit with you.
As for Director Who's list, I shall attend to it after one last round of tea.
He thought about it, and then he thought,
As for Director Who's list, I shall attend to it after one last round of tea.
Obtain the nascent bamboo shoots. He can come with us. I could put him on the team.
A walk would be nice.
Bamboo shoot, nascent bamboo shoot. Oh, this one's only just sprouted, and it looks super fresh. Paimon thinks this is the one.
Yeah.
These should be enough. Let's head back.
Help! Help!
Did you hear that?
Oh, it's
Someone's calling
Yao-Yao.
for help. It's coming from over there.
A short and slender figure rescues the drowning man and brings him back to shore.
Are you okay? Did any water go down the wrong pipe?
I think I'm okay now. Thank you so much.
That was scary. Well, at least you're all right. All thanks to your savior here. Oh, a little girl? Greetings, everyone. My name is Yao-Yao. It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance. Whoa, she's so well-mannered. My name's Paimon, and this is the Traveler.
Greetings.
I'm Dvorak, a musician from Fontaine. I came through Stone Gate, intending to head towards Liyue Harbor, but then I became captivated by the beautiful scenery, and before long, I was completely lost. Just now, I was so mesmerized by the waterfall that I slipped and fell into the water. If it weren't for Miss Yao-Yao's help, I shudder to think what might have happened.
Dramatic much.
It's all right, Mr. Dvorak. The splashing around the bottom of the waterfall means the stone path is always wet and slippy. You definitely have to be careful. Next time you're exploring an unfamiliar environment, Try to focus on what's right in front of you. Don't let your mind wander. As long as you watch your step, accidents like this won't happen anymore.
Yes, ma'am. I understand. I'll remember to be more careful next time.
He's hungry.
Oh, are you hungry, sir?
Oh, I'll be fine.
He's like, I can't accept much more charity from this child.
Please, sir, it's quite alright. I was born and raised here in Liyue. It's only natural for me to extend my hospitality to any guests who are passing through. I expect you still have quite a long journey ahead of you. It's very important to keep your energy levels up. I still have some lotus flower crisps left in my backpack. Why don't we split them between the four of us? Aw, what a thoughtful kid! She even has some for Paimon!
Yeah, I love that too. Don't you mean
You're
the three
welcome.
of us? Everyone savor some delicious lotus flower crisps. They enjoy the
So
scenery.
tasty. If only there were more.
More? You already had the Sumter Beast's share.
Having a healthy appetite is a good thing. It means Paimon's still growing. If I'd known I was going to run into you, I would have made a second batch. Hope you're taking notes, Traveler. This is how you treat your Paimon. What do you think, sir? Are Liyue's snacks to your taste? I wonder if they're not sweet enough.
No, they're perfect. When I was traveling through Mondstadt, I had a chance to try one of their moon pies. It had a meat filling, unlike these crisps. But apart from that, it seems like they follow a similar cooking process. Both are delicious in their own way. As for Fontaine's cooking, though, it's been a long time since I've had a taste of home.
Sounds like you spend a lot of time on the road, huh?
I do. It's part of my job. I'm one of the main organizers of the Iridescence Tour.
Iridescence tour?
That sounds like something familiar. Doesn't ring a bell.
The Iridescence Tour is one of the biggest music festivals in Fontaine. We're looking to expand, though. Our aim is to hold a festival in every nation. At least, all the main organizers share this goal. Unfortunately, it's a long story, so I'll spare you the details. But anyway, so the main reason I'm traveling all around Tavad is to promote our music festivals. But I have some personal reasons, too.
Well, what are they? Just tell us already.
Let me see. Well, to explain it in full, I'd have to start with a story from my ancestors. I don't want to take up too much of your time.
I don't want to take up too much of your time, but it all started 1,000 years ago.
Oh, I love listening to stories. We want to hear it too.
Okay, then I'll start from the beginning. The story goes that my ancestor, who was also a traveler, once slipped and fell into a lake during his travels. As he was sinking and gasping for breath, he heard a wondrous tune in the air. They say it was the most beautiful, moving melody he had ever heard. Even in that life and death moment, the ethereal music seized his full attention and almost made him forget the fact that he was drowning.
He forgot that he was drowning.
When he finally came to, he found that he had already been brought ashore. Not too far from him stood an unfamiliar woman with an almost divine aura. Once she saw that he was no longer in danger, she left without a word. My ancestor tried to run after her to give his thanks, but although a mere dozen paces separated them, no matter how quickly he gave chase, he drew no closer and remained a dozen paces behind. In the end, all he could do was to bow in thanks to the woman as he watched her walk away towards the rivers and mountains in the distance, before at last he turned around and made his way home. Once he returned to Fontaine, he began to learn an instrument so that he could spread his story far and wide, just like the bards. After generations of retelling, embellishing, and dramatizing, people have come to think of that lady as something like a fairy. The story's become something of a local legend in Fontaine. It's called The Lady Overlooking the Lake. People now say that if you go down to the lakeside and play an instrument, so long as you play a pleasing melody, you will hear a fairy lady who is hiding out of sight, playing along with you.
Wow!
It's a nice legend. At its heart, is a true story.
Exactly. It may just be a legend to others, but for me, it's a real part of my family history. I wanted to find out the truth of this tale. So I decided to retrace my ancestors' steps and search for that lady's modern-day descendants. Of course, there's no way of knowing where my ancestor fell into the lake all those years ago. So I always knew that the search would be akin to looking for a needle in a haystack. I've spent many years on the road now, and I'm nowhere near as fit as I was in my youth. The wish that I've spent half my life chasing after has now become something of an obsession.
Well, I haven't lived half of my life yet, but still, I understand how you must feel.
I haven't lived half of my life yet, but I understand how you must feel.
Me too!
What? Paimon hasn't lived half of her life yet?
It's like... imagine if you saved the center of a lotus flower crisp, which is the best part, by the way, because you wanted to eat it another day. But then suddenly, sploosh! It falls into the water, never to be seen again! Paimon would definitely remember that for the rest of her life.
There's no need to feel sorry for me. I've made some progress over the years. For example, I've concluded that the story must have taken place in Liyue.
Oh, so you finally found a lead?
Yes, in fact, that's an intriguing story in and of itself. I'd always known that Mondstadt is the city of song and freedom. But more recently, I heard that the Animal Archon returned to Mondstadt for a festival in the fall, and learned that he himself is a patron deity of music. So I prayed for the Animal Archon's guidance in the Mondstadt Cathedral, and as soon as I set foot back outside the front gate, I noticed a cluster of leaves being blown in the wind further and further west, towards Stone Gate. A friendly local told me that this meant the wind was guiding me in the direction of Liyue. So I followed their advice and made my way here.
That settles it then. It was Liyue.
Right? You get it. I knew I'd find someone that agrees with me eventually.
Are you sure? It sounds a bit too much like one of those fake legends told by those treasure hoarder guys to scam gullible grannies from Chingsa Village. Rex Lapis has returned to the world. Just give me some incense and a little more towards the travel fees, and I will pass your gift on to the Lord of Geo and ask him to keep you and your family safe and well, and so on and so on. Don't worry, Yao Yao. We have a lot of experience with deciphering omens and stuff. And anyway, you only got scammed if you handed over Mora, right?
Actually, to express my gratitude, I did spend rather
No.
a lot of more on several bottles of fine wine, which I left at the statues of the Seven along the way.
Oh, well, if it was Venti that directed him.
Oh dear. Well, how about this, ladies and gentlemen? Why don't I bring you all to Yujing Terrace to see Miss Ganyu? I don't know very many people, so I can't help you out much. But Miss Ganyu and the Qixing know just about everything. If you've been scammed, they'll help you get your Mora back. And if the wind was telling the truth, and you want to keep looking for that lady's family, they'll be the best people to ask.
That does sound like a good idea.
But you've already helped me so much.
Well, I was gonna take some new medicinal herbs and plants I picked to Miss Ganyu anyway, so it's no trouble at all. You know what? It's been a minute since we saw Ganyu too. It should be nice to pay her a visit before Lantern, right?
And let's get moving. Let's head off.
All right. Well, my sincere thanks to you
Let's
all.
see Ganyu.
I will never forget your kindness.
Okay, everyone. Please follow me. I'll be your guide. Remember to watch where you're going, okay? Uh-oh. Paimon's out of a job. Oh well. Paimon will just be a cheerleader instead.
Wow, Paimon. Go to Liyue Harbor.
Liyue Harbor looks very different from when I came last. It's almost as if I'm listening to the same melody, but with a richer timbre and new variations added.
Well, we are here during Lantern Rite after all. It only comes once a year, so they always have a big celebration. It's fair to say that this time of year is when Liyue Harbor looks the prettiest.
Great. Let's go and check it out. I can't wait to get into the city and see it all up close for myself. The streets are breathtaking. Smiles and laughter everywhere I look. It's contagious. I can almost feel the music in the air. I have the urge to start waving my conductor's baton.
He has the urge.
I'm glad that you're enjoying the city.
Does he run with us? Oh yeah, he's running. He's like marching.
Hey everyone! Fancy meeting you all here. What a nice surprise.
Hello, Xinyan. Let me introduce some new friends. They are...
The way she said hello, Sinyan.
Traveler, Paimon, and Mr. Dvorak, right? I've known them all for quite a while.
So, you already know each other?
When I was last here to advertise a Liyue stop for the Iridescence Tour, Xinyan was one of the few people willing to give me the time of day.
Well, feels like I've been chasing this Iridescence Tour bandwagon halfway around the world, but I keep getting stood up. What's going on, Mr. Dvorak?
I'm so sorry, Xinyan. We've had a string of terrible luck recently, and every time we've tried to put on a show, something or other has come up to stop our plans from materializing.
Is that right? I guess it can't be helped. So, what brings you to Liyue Harbor at this time of year anyway? Thinking of putting on a music festival during the Lantern Rite celebrations?
A Lantern Rite music festival? Yes, please!
No, I'm actually here on personal business this time.
Oh, so no Lantern Rite music festival?
I mean, that's not just up to me. Hosting a music festival takes a lot of funding and personnel. Moreover, I've never worked with the Liyue authorities before. Even if I were to start putting something together right now, I think it'd be too rushed.
Wait, but we're going to meet the Liyue Qixing, aren't we? And they're the ones in charge. Uh-huh, that's right. Miss Keqing and Miss Ningguang can make anything happen.
You mean... what?
You mean what?
This is the perfect opportunity! Well, sure, it might not work out, but it can't hurt to bring it up as a suggestion.
The Lantern Rite Music Festival would be something different. The Lantern Music Rite Festival would be a huge hit. I think it'll be a huge hit. Didn't Sinyan do it with Hu Tao one time? A festival music thing?
Even the Traveler agrees with me. Mr. Dvorak, don't let yourself be put off by the fact that a few things haven't worked out recently. As for the performers, I can put you in touch with some local artists. My friend Yunjin is a well-known opera singer in Liyue. With her support and a commissioned song from the Yunhan Opera Troupe, we should be able to get something going.
But what about you, Xinyan? Are you just going to sit this one out?
What do you take me for? If we actually manage to make the Iridescence Tour Lantern Rite Grand Concert a reality, you think I'd let anyone else perform the opening act?
Wow! There's that rock and roll spirit!
What do you say, Mr. Dvorak?
I wanted to play the opening act. This is like Mr. Dvorak.
Okay. I'll give it a shot. But the opening act is not something to be chosen lightly, Xinyan. I will judge your work by the strictest of standards, so please make sure you are fully prepared.
Are you kidding? I thought you'd never ask. Whew, guess my shopping time's getting cut short. I'm gonna head back right away and start working on this. Yao Yao, if you run into your senior on the way to the Qixing, please send her my regards.
Okay, I promise I will. Good luck with your music, Xinyan. You've got this, Xinyan! So about the senior of yours Xinyan mentioned just now. Is that anyone we know? Yes, it's Xiangling. She's
It's
mentioned you two
Xiangling!
before.
What?
Xiangling's always thinking about cooking. Whenever she gets scrapes or burns, she just leaves them to heal by themselves. She definitely needs someone around her to look after her.
It says Yao Yao.
I know you must have looked out for her a lot too in the time you've known her. So, thank you for that.
It's weird. I'm putting Xinyan on the team. Or Xinyan as they're all calling her. Where's Xinyan? She's like somewhere. Well, she's at the bottom. Could I star her? I don't think I could. Not in there.
I'm taking the stage.
No, I'm Xinyan on the team. I don't have Yao Yao, so I couldn't put her on the team. Who else was there? Xiangling. I guess Xiangling will be the next person we have. I got Ganyu though, so I also definitely had Ganyu. Madam Ping.
Oh, it's Master! Is it okay if I go and say hi to her?
That's not Xiangling.
Oh, calm down now, dear. I'm not about to run off anywhere. I'm not a bundle of energy like you.
Is Yao Yao and Debdai?
I haven't seen you in days, Master! I've missed you.
Oh, bless you, Yao Yao. You do say the sweetest things.
It's sus.
Ah, look who it is. Visiting friends during the lantern rite, are we?
You don't remember me? Greetings, Madam Ping.
You're half right, Madam Ping. We were also trying to help out Mr. Dvorak over here. We were on our way to take him to see the Qixing.
Hello, ma'am. I am a musician from Fontaine and an organizer of the Iridescence Tour. I don't suppose you've heard of it.
Master! The Iridescence Tour is a super famous music festival.
Oh, an old lady like me wouldn't know much about that sort of thing. A music festival, you say? It sounds terribly exciting.
If we could add some musical elements to Lantern Rite, if we could organize a Lantern Rite music festival.
Oh, right! Madam Ping, how would you feel about that? You're an elder of Liyue, and you know all about Liyue's cultural traditions. Hearing your thoughts would definitely help us figure out how best to approach it. For example, do you think it might be a bit too modern, or is there any other issue?
Why, not at all. Music pays homage to history and culture, and it can also be a bridge between different civilizations. Times change, and the music enjoyed by the youngsters of today is no doubt very different from the tunes I was accustomed to in my youth. Nevertheless, all fine things in life can be appreciated. And so, I look forward to it immensely.
Hear, hear. I do believe that, my own dear grandmother aside, you are the wisest old lady I've ever met.
You are the second wisest old lady I've ever met.
Goodness gracious! You're all being suspiciously sweet today.
You're all being
Yao Yao,
sus.
whatever have you been
You're all sus. Quote Madam Ping.
Master, you're in such a great mood today. You're even cracking jokes with the rest of us.
Oh, well. I'm sure you must have plenty to be getting on with, yes? Run along now. Don't let me hold you up.
Thanks, Madam Ping. We'll see you again soon.
You mustn't be afraid to try new things. If you never try, you'll never know. With your contribution, I'm sure this year's Lantern Rite will be a most spectacular one.
Wow. Head near Yujing Terrace to look for Ganyu. We're not looking for Xiangling. Look, it's Ganyu. And Babe Shao. Babe Small.
And when you meet with the Ministry of Civil Affairs, please remind them that the festivities are not an excuse to procrastinate their work.
Understood, Miss Ganyu. I'll take my leave now.
Ganyu!
What brings you here, Yao Yao?
I brought all the medicine you asked me to pick for you. Oh, and here's a pack of sweet flower seeds as well. Also, these dried Genshin leaves make a great pot of tea that's very good for you. I know you've had a lot to deal with at work recently, but you shouldn't push yourself too hard. If you're not careful, you'll end up falling asleep in the grass again. Well, this is weird. It's like a responsible younger sister talking to their disorganized older sister.
Either looking at Paimon. He keeps like looking like that at Paimon all the time. This event. Paimon, you're running your mouth again. Don't listen to Paimon.
Thank you, but Paimon's criticism is quite valid. I do have a tendency to neglect matters outside of work, and that's something I should improve on. Oh, my apologies. I don't believe we've been introduced.
Paimon will do the honors.
Paimon tells Ganyu about Mr. Dvorak, from how you met to his family history to your shared food or something.
What's wrong? Did Paimon go over everything a bit too fast? It's definitely an ambitious plan. If there's anything you didn't quite catch, Paimon's more than happy to go over it again.
It may be a little difficult to make this happen.
Oh?
Well, the Lantern Rite is the most important festival of the year. Our celebrations must not only be visually spectacular, but also appeal to the tastes of Liyue citizens from all walks of life. The Iridescence Tour is relatively unknown in Liyue. It's difficult to predict how a brand new show will be received. It would be quite risky for us to bet everything on this one music festival.
All very valid points. I completely understand.
Therefore, we will not replace or cancel any of our pre-existing program. However, I will submit a proposal requesting to put the Iridescence Tour special performance as the final act of this year's festivities. Some live music will certainly add to the festive atmosphere on the night of the Lantern Rite. As for the venue, let's reserve a space at the docks.
So we're not stealing anyone's thunder. But we will end the night on a high note.
Yes, my thoughts precisely. Now I just need to take some time to give this proposal some polish. As long as I clearly lay out the pros and cons, and highlight the key points of the proposal, given that Ping and the Traveler have both given the idea their blessing, I'm confident that Qixing will be sure to give it serious consideration. Mr. Dvorak, I will need to discuss with you the number of musicians who will be coming to Liyue, as well as their catering and accommodation requirements.
Oh, yes, certainly. Let's step to the side and discuss further.
Like, I just wanted to step to the side to tell you that it's just me. Don't tell my new friends that I don't have old friends.
I couldn't agree more. Master once said that everyone has things that they are good at and things that they are less good at. So, with that in mind, Ganyu shouldn't feel compelled to become perfect at absolutely everything. I'm good at taking care of people, so that can be left to me. Wow. Hey, Yo-Yo, can you take care of Paimon too? Paimon's getting hungry again.
Paimon, you're trying to freeload again.
I'm afraid my backpack's empty now, but if you let me know what you like, I can bring you some of your favorite dishes next time we meet. Apart from lotus flower crisps, what else do you like? Anything sweet, and anything that's made from slimes.
Here's what I've drafted so far. Anything else you want to add?
No, this is excellent. I'm racking my brains, but I don't think you've missed a single thing.
Brains.
Perfect. Then we'll leave it as is. I'll go make an official copy. Oh, perfect timing. We were just wrapping up our discussion here.
That was quick.
Not at all. Every second counts for a complex proposal such as this. I will inform the Qixing of this development immediately. Please give me a moment to pass on the message. Yao Yao, thank you for bringing my herbs. I will make sure to take them.
Remember to make tea from them first, Ganyu. You mustn't just chew them raw.
I will.
I wanted to chew them raw. That's what she was like.
I should be getting back. If Yao Yao stays out for too long, Mom and Dad will be worried sick. Everyone, I'm sure that the music festival will go off without a hitch, so don't worry. And in case I don't see you before, I wish you all a very happy Lantern Rite.
Thank you, Yao Yao. Happy Lantern Rite to you, too.
We should go get dinner together sometime!
She probably might just like yell it at her. I'm gonna put Ganyu on the team. Stay put for 2 hours. Alright, Ganyu.
As per our contract.
That lady I just talked to, Ganyu, she really thinks of everything. It got me wondering, could it be that all our failed attempts so far have been down to our failure to properly prepare for different contingencies?
Well, what do you want to do now for 2 hours, Mr. Dvorak? Wait, 2 hours? 6, 17, 18, 32. After a short wait, Ketching and Ganyu arrive at the square of the Yujing Terrace.
Greetings, Traveler, Paimon, and Mr. Dvorak. Call me Kuching.
Call me Ketching.
Ganyu has brought me up to speed on everything. I'll get straight to the point. The Qixing have approved Ganyu's proposal. Over the next few days, I will be working with Mr. Dvorak on behalf of the Qixing to facilitate the organization of this concert.
Yay! That's awesome!
Unbelievably efficient. Ketching strikes again.
Please. The Qixing have a duty to deal with matters such as these. We have merely moved things forward to the next step. On a more personal note, I am an avid supporter of all things new and innovative. As such, it is my privilege to work with you on this exciting project.
Thank you so much, Kuching. I'd become quite discouraged after our recent failures and was expecting the same outcome once again, so I didn't dare to get my hopes up. Never in my wildest dreams could I have imagined this going so smoothly. It's like a dream come true. Right. Time for me to call in the performers. To stage a concert at a high-profile event like this is a rare opportunity. We'll make sure it's a night to remember.
Yes! Our music band's finally getting fired up!
Yes, indeed. I know exactly what I'm doing from here. For a musician, music will always be the language they are most fluent in.
What about your ancestor? What about the fairy lady?
Oh, that. Well, that can wait for another time.
Oh.
Oh.
Ganyu? What's wrong?
They told me all about Mr. Dvorak's situation, but I was so engrossed in drafting the proposal that I forgot all about it.
Oh, that's quite all right. I don't even know what the person I'm trying to find looks like, so it was always going to be a long shot. Don't worry about me, Ganyu. Your time and energy are needed elsewhere. I'm sure you already have plenty to deal with between this concert and everything else going on during the Lantern Rite.
Thanks. It was just that I had a few initial thoughts when I heard your story. For instance, I wonder if this lady your ancestor met might have been an Adeptus. What do you think?
It's definitely possible. We don't have enough information yet.
To tell you the truth, Mr. Dvorak, I am somewhat related to the Adepti myself. I am part human and part Qilin. The Qilin is an illuminated beast. I know how important your quest to get in touch with your roots must be to you, because I've been there myself before, trying to find out where I belonged.
Did you say the Adepti? And you're illuminated beast? Part Qilin? Are you telling me all the rumors of the Liyue Adepti are real? So it's not just artistic license?
You bet they're real! Trying to track them down is tough, though. Like Julian Karst itself. There's nothing specifically stopping you from going there, but getting in and out of there is quite an ordeal.
Yes. Anyway, if you're looking to uncover a lost melody or shine light on a forgotten aspect of Liyue's cultural history, I'm probably not the best person to ask. But if it's a person you're looking for, then I just might be able to help.
I see. I think I understand the situation now. In that case, Ganyu, shall we divide the work between us?
Yes, that was also my thought.
Great. So Mr. Dvorak and I will concentrate on things here in the city to make sure the concert goes according to plan. In the meantime, Ganyu will reach out to our network and try to find the person he's looking for. How's your workload at the moment? Will you be able to make time?
I can probably get through everything in 2 days, as long as I don't sleep.
As long as I don't sleep.
Wait, what do you mean as long as I don't sleep? Even for someone with illuminated beast blood in their veins, working for such an extended period without a break will take its toll on your health.
Somehow that does not sound persuasive coming from Kuching.
Be it but 3 moons from the start, he who returns is not he that departs. Even I know the importance of maintaining a healthy work-life balance.
In that case, 3 days.
Alright, I can work with that.
If you have the time, would you join me for this search? You're well known to many of the Adepti and respected among the people. I'll feel much more at ease with your company.
Of course.
Okay, then let's meet back here in 3 days.
Oh.
Watch this space, Mr. Dvorak. We'll get to the bottom of this.
You're all so
3 days.
helpful and kind. I just...
Just think. Imagine if we found the Adeptus lady, or one of her descendants, and got them to come to the performance. Wouldn't that be amazing? It'd be such a happy reunion. And that's exactly what this festival's all about.
Solving this guy's entire life journey in 1 day. In like 2 to 3 days. I'm sure the wind that guided you here feels the same way.
You're right. Okay, I'm gonna pull out all the stops to make this lantern rite a true extravaganza.
We should probably get going. Mr. Dvorak, could you come with me to confirm the site?
Ooh, we're coming to you!
I was wondering, what are your thoughts on music? What does it mean to you?
Music sounds nice?
Truth be told, the question of what music means to people is one that I've been pondering for quite some time. Let's revisit this question after the concert.
Ooh, our question of the day. What does music mean to you?
Why did they have to give me that transfer?
Lady Yuhang?
That look.
It's like... What is it?
Per Lady Ningguang's orders, I've been gathering intelligence outside of the city with the goal of uncovering and dispatching any trouble ahead of the festival. I am told that a strange melody was heard somewhere along the coast. I was wary of investigating further on my own, so I was just on my way to report this incident to Lady Ningguang. But I'm worried that if we don't act right away, we may miss the window of opportunity to take appropriate action.
I understand. In that case,
Let us handle this one.
Yeah, Kuching, you're busy enough as it is. There's a ton of different things in the city that needs your attention. Leave it to us. Don't worry. Whatever it is, we'll definitely be able to handle it. Well, he will handle it.
With the Traveler on the case, it's as good as dealt with.
Well,
you.
thanks, Bei Wen.
This will be a great help. I will inform Lady Ningguang about the situation. Once it's resolved, please come and find me again at Yujing Terrace and let me know.
Will do! And say hi to Ningguang for us!
You have my thanks, too. Stay safe and come back as soon as you're finished.
Good luck.
Go to the place Bei Wen mentioned. Dvorak and Ketching.
She said she'll reach out to the Yunhan Opera Troupe? Huh, I see. Then I'll arrange for a rehearsal venue and accommodation as soon as possible. Everything should be ready tonight.
Many thanks, Kaching. You know, I once heard someone from Liyue describe a person as swift as lightning and agile as the wind. At the time, I thought it was a curious expression, and I had a hard time piecing together a mental image of such a person. But now, having seen Kuching in action, I honestly can't think of any other way to describe it. It's such a vivid and expressive phrase, a testament to the richness of Liyue's culture.
You're too kind, Mr. Dvorak.
A lady singing by the waters in Liyue. Imagine if it's Venti. Like, they just saw Venti and it's like, oh, and he was like singing or something. Like his bard tunes. And they were just like, oh, what's that lady doing down there? Let me change Xinyan's weapon. Might as well use this if I'm not using Eula, right?
Byron said the strange tune was coming from around here, right? But Paimon doesn't hear anything. There doesn't seem to be a soul in...
I was just wondering who in their right mind would
Is it
come out to a
Yeon?
place like this. So, it's you two.
Yeon! How'd you sneak up on us like that? You nearly gave Paimon a heart attack!
You look pretty alive to me. Can't have spooked you that bad.
Yeon. Alright, I haven't met her yet. As a special intelligence officer who works under Ningguang, Yeon comes and goes like a shadow. Even the ruling Qixing with their vast powers must find some dark corners hard to reach. This is where Yeon comes in, with her task being to clean these corners up by dint of her exceptional capabilities as an intelligence agent. A word to the wise, do not try to lie to her, for falsehoods may last as long as fragile bubbles before her meticulous thoughts.
Fair enough.
Know anything about the strange music?
Ah, you're here for that too? Saves me a bit of explaining. Come with me. I've already reconned the perimeter, so we should be safe.
I might wish for Yeon. When she like comes out on the next banner after I'll hide them and Shao and Small.
The stuff by the door is in pretty good condition, though. It can't have been too long ago that someone was last living here. The doors and the windows are all fine, so there definitely wasn't a break-in.
I see a chest. Go, Sun Yan, go. Yes.
Time to celebrate. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4.
This place is completely empty. There's nothing valuable left here at all.
Talk to Yeon.
How strange. It looks like it's been looted, except for the fact that there's no sign of a struggle. The bad guys could have sneaked in while the owner was gone, but then how do you explain why the door and windows are intact?
Seems you've done a pretty thorough inspection. So, any theories on what might have happened here?
Yelan, you didn't hide some of the evidence from us on purpose, did you?
Why would I make this more difficult for you? We're on the same side here.
Okay, well... Paimon gives up then. Paimon's got nothing.
What about you? Give up as well?
It's difficult to theorize with so little evidence. It must have something to do with that melody.
Your instincts are pretty good. Or perhaps it's not instinct. The strange melody is one of the few pieces of information you have available, after all. Let me share a folk story with you. A long time ago, there used to be a group of bandits in the Liyue countryside who would sound a horn every time they were about to raid a village. But it wasn't a rallying cry to rouse their fellow men. It was a disconcerting tune, meant to intimidate the weak and warn them of their impending doom. To escape with their lives, the villagers would abandon their homes and flee overnight, taking only their most valuable belongings with them. Everything else was left behind. The bandits were eventually brought to justice, but the fear and trauma remained in the villagers' hearts. Whenever they heard that melody, they would feel like their lives were in danger once again, and flee immediately. The culprit of this crime exploited that very fear to get access to this house without having to force their way in.
Whew! That's quite the story.
The victims obviously will have gotten quite a fright, but at least they won't be in any great danger. The important thing now is to find this copycat criminal.
If we use Elemental Sight, we could follow their tracks.
On any other day, that'd probably be a good idea. Unfortunately, it's not gonna work today. Take a look around and you'll see what I mean. This criminal is clearly well-versed both in using music to commit crimes and in making a clean getaway. Not only did they stay off the muddy road to avoid leaving footprints, it looks like they were also careful not to bring any gadgets with so much as a trace of elemental energy. Evidently, they were intent on keeping even the most experienced investigators off their trail. Unfortunately for them, I'm one of the best trackers in the business. They're not about to get away with their little scheme on my watch.
So basically, if we want to find the culprit, we just need to follow Yelan.
Whoa, Yelan, she said.
As long as you can keep up. Since the culprit's trying to be cautious and low risk, I'll bet they left through an area with some vegetation for cover, but not so much that it would slow them down.
Whoa, Yelan ran fast. Yelan has more speed. That's what she has.
Here, look at this.
Yeah.
These tracks are superficial, but they definitely didn't occur naturally. Something heavy was being dragged this way, meaning we're headed in the right direction.
It's so cool that they rig Yelan's model to go around.
Their pace is increased.
I'm taking like pictures of Yelan. What is this photo? Continue.
Whatever's motivating them to speed up must be psychological. For instance, reaching the host.
Oh, she got back up.
Again! And so close to Lantern Rite, too! 'Tis not the season for their antics!
Come on, let's round them up.
Go to the treasure hoarder's camp.
We're way behind schedule. Next on the agenda. We're way behind schedule.
Oh, he's not attacking.
Hey! Who are you? Where did you come from?
The evidence is conclusive. Okay, confess and we'll go easy on you. My patience is running low, so why don't you do us both a favor, hmm?
You kidding me? You think I'm scared of you?
Perhaps not, but you should be.
Oh, yeah, we get to play yelling. Oh, he almost got me. You scared now? I'm running circles. Oh!
Really?
I don't know why he should be scared. He already threw like 2 knives. He already threw a knife at me.
Curses.
And hit me.
Seems like you're not all talk after all. There's no going back now. Better up my game.
What's he gonna do? You missed. Oh!
Gutsy.
I'm just playing around with him. Oh, really? He got me. Oh.
Gutsy.
He's starting to get real low.
You're open.
He's running away. Where's he going? He went to hide. Whoa, where'd he go? He glitched the game. Alright, I won't play around this time.
Hey!
Okay.
You kidding me? You think I'm scared of you?
Perhaps not.
If he attacks first, then it's self-defense.
Curses. Seems like you're not all talk after all. There's no going back now. Better up my game. Dodge this!
Oh, I got hit.
Mercy! Have mercy!
Oh, it's a little late for that. I've come this far, I might as well finish the job.
I surrender! I surrender, please! I'll do whatever you say. Please have mercy.
Tell us everything. You have one chance, and I'm warning you. Don't make me ask twice.
I won't, I swear. You know, so Lantern Rite's nearly here, and like a lot of people, I know I'm with the treasure hoarders and everything, but I don't really have any kind of experience with robbing people and whatnot. So I don't have the guts to break into somebody's house.
Wow, you're really going to complain to us about that?
No, not at all. I'm just telling it how it is.
Okay. Continue.
Okay.
I racked my brains trying to think of what I could do. And eventually, I remembered something from back when I was a kid. The bandits would blow their horn, and my grandma would grab us kids and run. I remember the
he
tune,
used
so
that from...
I figured I'd try it for myself. I mean, just to see what would happen. At first, anyway, I seriously didn't expect that family to pack up and leave. But they did. And they just left all their stuff right there for the taking. It was too easy. I couldn't resist. It was completely wrong of me. I know that now. I'll return everything that I took. It's all still in perfect condition. It'll be like it was never gone. Please, give me a chance, huh? Let me make it right.
Give you a chance, huh? Sounds to me like you'd rather strike some kind of a deal than spend Lantern Rite behind bars.
Yes? Yes?
You know how to bargain, I'll give you that. It's just a pity that you didn't confess at the first opportunity. You'll have to take a walk with me. Once we've returned the goods, we'll find the owner of the house, and you can apologize to them in person. After that, I'll escort you to the Ministry of Civil Affairs.
Yes, ma'am!
You know, as a former victim of this kind of crime yourself, I doubt anyone understands the fear you inflicted quite as well as you do. Does your greed matter more to you than your fear? More to the point, if you can play a tune from memory, don't you think you should be capable of making an honest living?
You mean...
That's enough hints for you. You'll have plenty of time to reflect on all of this yourself. There's not much left to wrap up, so I'll take it from here. Guess this is where I'll say goodbye.
Sure. Well done, yelling.
What is it? Is there something else?
I'm still not sure how you first got your hands on this information. So play it safe when you get back. Don't mention to anyone that you ran into me out here. You helped a lot with the investigation and arrest anyway, so it's perfectly fair for you to get all the credit. Just take it. It works better for me, too.
She's whispering in my ear.
See you when I see you. And happy Lantern Rite.
Yes.
Leon's such a pro at this. With her taking it from here, it's as good as resolved. Whoosh! Random event, a strange melody, complete. Although, it's kind of a
Wow,
shame
random
that we
event,
never
a
got
strange
that
melody.
treasure hoarder guy to play the melody again.
Why is it a shame? I'm quite curious myself.
Right? How could anyone not be? When we were chatting with Mr. Dvorak, music seemed like such a positive thing. And most music is, right? It can help us relax, feel all warm and fuzzy, recall happy memories, or even just think happy thoughts. Paimon never imagined that music could be used to commit crimes.
It comes down to the ill will of the user. Their bad deeds influence the emotions associated with the music.
Oh, really? Huh. Makes sense. Paimon's musical understanding improves again. Well, anyway, now that everything's resolved, let's get back to Liyue Harbor. Byron's still waiting for us with our random event rewards.
Head to Eugene Terrace to report back to Baywen. Or Bywen.
That's great news. Oh, please wait here a moment if you would be so kind. Lady Ningguang instructed me to advise her upon your return.
Baiwen hurries off. Yes, Ningguang.
My greetings to both of you. Long time no see.
I haven't seen her since the last lantern, right?
No need to be so formal with us, Ningguang. We've known each other for a long time now. You must be super busy with all the preparations for Lantern Rite. Don't mind us.
On the contrary, I think it is those that I have known longest to whom I should extend the greatest courtesies. Alas, on a different day, I would invite both of you inside for some tea and a brief respite from your travels. But you're quite right. Trivial matters aside, there's no escaping the fact that we have a grand concert to organize. Once the performance itself is over, we'll then need to invite the representatives of the Iridescence Tour for a discussion on future collaboration opportunities. The financing arrangements alone could well entail many rounds of discussion. Simply put, there will always be work to do.
Whoa, you're already thinking that far ahead?
Well, we can discuss more current affairs if you'd prefer. I trust you saw this year's Mingxiao lantern at the docks when you arrived at the city?
Yeah, it looked like a goose. Which Adeptus is it modeled on this time?
Sea Gazer. I believe you're familiar with the name. Legend holds that he was free-spirited and easygoing. People described him as a cheerful soul and a loyal friend.
I remember. It's been too long. I can't seem to it's been too long. I can't seem to recall.
On this marvelous lantern rite, we pray that the fallen heroes may be guided home. If the sound of music can flow like the rivers and streams into every corner of the land, perhaps the souls of those who have gone before us will hear the song of a new era. I wonder whether the melodies will be to their liking.
Oh, they're gonna love them. I'm sure of it. At least, if the guy you mentioned is anything to go by, the Adepti and heroes of the past sound like a positive and free-spirited, cheerful bunch. They're sure to be open to new music.
Well, let's hope so. I heard that you'll be going on a search with Ganyu to find the descendants of a fairy lady from a Fontaine legend. I'm sure this quest to uncover the truth behind an ancient story will turn into a most charming tale. Do share it with me, won't you? I couldn't bear to miss out.
Absolutely.
It's on now.
Ooh, Yo-Yo, Yunjin, Beidou, and Yon. And Chi-Chi's there too. During Lantern Rite, Chantan, a recruiter for the Adventurers Guild, is eagerly rubbing her hands together in anticipation of an interesting event. Talk to Zhao Quan. Talk to Huxi. Talk to Chantan. Hey, happy Lantern Rite, esteemed ones. You guys have been having fun. You guys have been having fun? How about going on a special adventure with me? Wow, you called us esteemed ones. Such a great attitude. Recently, we've been having a lot of fun, but why is Paimon getting a strange feeling that we've met before? You guys are extremely diligent adventurers, so I'm sure we've bumped into each other at some point. I'm Tiantian. I usually hang out around the Feiyun Slope, looking to recruit new people into the Adventurers Guild. Everyone and their cats and dogs passing by have probably heard my voice. You do look a bit familiar. I'm drawing a blank. Doesn't ring a bell? Then I shall make a bigger impression with this masterpiece. No, I shall do it to recruit more people into the Adventurers Guild. At this point, of course, we'll lend you a hand. Can you tell us a little bit about your particular adventure? Sure, then I'll cut to the chase. Recently I came across a new novel at the Wanwen Book House. No, that's not it. Rather, I gathered some new information. I've noticed that people's expectations for adventure are rising, and activities such as climbing and wind gliding are not as exciting as they used to be. In order to get more people to join the Adventurers Guild, we need to come up with more novel and exciting approaches. So I teamed up with a couple of other recruiters, pooled together our resources, consulted a few expert mountain climbers and fireworks craftsmen, and designed a new racing challenge. There are many mechanisms laid out in the challenge. Just step on them and use the momentum from the fireworks and gunpowder blasts to accelerate into the sky. Fireworks? Gunpowder? So for the challenge, you want to blast people into the sky? Firework flying Paimon. Why are you so excited? You're also going up. Although with your strength, an explosive barrel bursting in front of you wouldn't faze you, but who knows, it might just blow you away. Not to worry, the explosion is contained inside a tough device. I've taken the necessary precautions to make sure it's safe and injury-free. I've also filed a patent with the Ministry of Civil Affairs and have publicized this event many times. Please do not steal my idea. There are so many hurdles. You really have to put a lot of thought into this. As far as I can tell, just doing this racing challenge will stir the spirit of adventure, even in an average passerby. Esteemed ones, your reputation precedes you. If you guys take point on this racing challenge, you'll be sure to attract a lot of people. I've also prepared great rewards for the challenge. They'll be sure to encourage more people to join the Adventurers Guild. Okay, firework and gunpowder race, let's go. Oh boy, time for Paimon and me to get blown sky high. Yep, there's no reason we shouldn't do this. If there are rewards to obtain, then it's a deal. Without further ado, please give it a whirl. There are a lot of tracks for you to try. I'm sure you'll have a good time with them, and I'll get a couple months worth of results. It's a win-win. There's a couple tracks for me to try, because all the days haven't passed yet. Alright, to increase my chances of winning, I'm gonna put Venti on the team. Because ready
for a rehearsal?
He's pretty good for gliding. You rest for a while, waiting for the perfect something. Wait, how does this work? Oh, I see. Can I restart? Challenge failed. You rest for a while, waiting for the moment. I see how it works now. I missed one. I collected 199. Now I'm out of 200. Let's try again. Or exit. Drat! It didn't put me back at the beginning. Oh, let's see. Let's see what I collected even. I must have gotten the primos. Well, it doesn't even matter that I collect them all, it's just how much I score. Okay, then. You rest for about... Oh my gosh. Falling in the water. Ooh, that one looks nice. 200, 200. Okay, gold. I looked bronze for a second. I was gonna be like, you sure? Whoa, Yunjin's looks cool. Ooh, this one's like chasm material. Chasm area. I'm resisting the urge to quote Zhongli. It's so easy just to quote him. You rest for a while, waiting for the perfect moment. I hope I got those two. Oops, that's not the button. I pressed the wrong button. Okay, come on, that's not fair. Please. Oh, okay, I thought I went to the next one. That was fun. Please, is it gold, right? Yes! They did a good job. The developers behind Yayao's banner event. Good job. It's fun. Whoa, Yayao's eyes, it changes in the thing, right? Or is that just me? Yunjin. A few words in the foreground. A man's melancholic yearning, adepti and demons, and a heartfelt romance played out with paper. And then put Yunjin on the team. I'll make it her friend. Xiangling. I guess Yunjin should come first, right? Where is Yunjin?
I'll scout ahead.
That's not Yunjin.
I can't wait any longer.
Let's jam!
Just sharpen my spear. So,
Ooh, she has like nothing. I don't want to give her any artifacts for now. Oh, it escaped. At least I got its buddy though. I killed its partner on Lantern Right. Alright, this guy, he's a romance guy, and he makes paper cranes. Restaurants sell recipes. It's one way to keep their cuisine alive. Learn to cook new dishes by reading recipes in your inventory. Restaurants sell recipes. It's one of the ways to keep cuisine alive. It's like I'm struggling. A performance going on at the North Wall. This notice is so vague. It doesn't say what the show is or who's going to perform on it. Paimon wonders where the location is, but if we can't find it, we could always ask people on the street. There's a lot of people here. Ah, Paimon also sees it. Whoa, so many people are gathered there. Maybe just for the show. Let's ask around. Fortune and health, peace and wealth. Hello? Is there going to be a performance here soon? Yes, there's going to be a paper play. Are you guys here for it too? So this opera is called Paper Play. Is it a leeway opera? No, paper plays and leeway operas are not the same thing. Jinxing, the show is about to begin. Be quiet or you'll affect the performance. Sorry, as for Paper Play, you'll know it when you'll see it. Honored guests, we will be performing Brave Bear today. Before the show, if you want to head to the restroom or grab a beverage, now's a good time. We will wait for no one once the show begins. So this performance is actually called Brave Beard, but Paimon has never heard of this story. Shh, we can still hear you even if it's a whisper. Keep it down. You can talk during intermission selection. Sorry. Intermission selection? The story of Brave Beard is quite long. In fact, it'll be too long to do it all in one go, so Yingong will let the audience pick which scene they want to see during an intermission. Jinxing, I'm trying to listen to the play. Oh, I won't butt in anymore, I promise. So dear guests, what part of Brave Beard's story would you like to see today? Would you like to see mountain bound, or worshipping adepti? Maybe exorcising demons, or ascension. As long as you can name it, I can perform it. I want to see Bravebeard fight monsters. He is so handsome and wins every time. You've seen worshipping Adepti and exorcising demons so many times already. Haven't you got tired of it? I want to see the part where the Bravebeard goes home to see his sister. The Bravebeard has a sister? How have I not heard of this? I definitely haven't seen that before. How impressive. Not many people would request homecoming. After all, only the real fans know about it. Alright, just in time for Lantern Rite. We will not perform the plots featuring monsters. We shall spin a tale of how lovers end up together. There are three characters who shall appear in this scene. Aside from our Bravebeard, with whom you are familiar, of course, there is also a lonely girl named Yibing, and an honest gentleman named Yanfeng. Do you understand any of this, traveler? Paimon's still confused. So this is a story about a guy called the Bravebeard, right? It looks like there's a lot of supporting characters as well. But so far, there's only one performer on stage. And there's a folding screen? How's it gonna work? Hey, someone here has never seen a paper play before. Yeah? Someone in the back asked how I, a lone performer, can be in different places at once and make this performance work. Well, our paper plays may not be as exquisite as Liyue operas, but we certainly have our own distinctive flavors. As you may know, the characters in Liyue operas are portrayed by real people in the flesh. The actors in our performances, however, are portrayed with paper figures pasted on silk. And Liyue operas take place on a large wooden stage. The stage for our performances, however, is but a paper screen on a wooden shelf. Our actors and stages are all made of paper. That's why we call it a paper play. I am the narrator, but I am no actor. You will meet the three paper actors in just a moment. Ying Gong, I don't think they know about the Bravebeard either. Would it be okay if you introduced them to his story? You know, the one you always start with. That's called the establishing moment. I've always enjoyed that too. Please perform it for us, Ying Gong. Establishing moment. Establishing moment. It is said that the sky is the limit, but the woes of the world are also limitless. There was once a man named Huang Guang, suffered from human injustice, who resorted to dwelling amongst the mountains and rivers. By chance, he became a disciple of an adeptus, changed his appearance, and grew a black beard. Thus, he is known as the Bravebeard. At the behest of the adeptus, he struck down monsters and scared off demons with his sword. The Bravebeard trained for many years and finally acquired the philosophy of the adeptus. Right before he returned to the adeptal abode, he was summoned to recall the past. It turned out that he still had an attachment to the common folks' society, where he had a sister at home. The poor sister, Yibing, was now alone and helpless. She thought that her brother had lived a miserable life, and never imagined that he would return home. As to what happened next, I shall show you right away. Hey, don't just stand there, clap! Bravo! Clap along. Is there a rule about when we should clap? Nah, okay. Thank you all. We are all supposed to continue the show, but I can tell that these two guests are still a little perplexed. I think it would be better if I asked these two to volunteer from the audience by coming forward and assisting me in the directing of the scene. It will give you both a good look, and it will help the actors move forward on the stage. What do you think? Hey, why didn't you invite me? I know all about paper plays. You gotta remember to invite me. You just gotta. You have been up there too many times already. Quit making a fuss and enjoy the show. That's fine by me. Help direct the scene? That sounds like so novel. It's also fine by Paimon. And I shall ask you two to prepare. As soon as you two are in position, the performance will begin. Chusing and Heshing. Why is the Bravebeard so formidable? I wish I could be as strong as him. I've seen Bravebeard so many times, to the point where I can memorize every line. But don't worry, I won't spoil the story. I'm way better than that. Alright, Ying Gong. So are you guys ready? Yes. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I present to you Homeward, Brave Bear. Homecoming, Scene 1. After the performance begins, the actor named Huang Guang will move at a fixed speed across the stage and will change directions upon making contact with the paper theater's edge or any obstacle. Drag or select two selections, switch their positions. Oh, he's just supposed to get to the door. Mercy to exercise, life to save, a parting from closest kin to brave. Yeah, it's not that hard, this thing. Over the mountains and distances vast, one in a dream to meet at last. Go to Yibing. It's like a mind game. This puzzle. Yibing, your brother's home. What? Where am I supposed to go? To the chest? A time of reunion is brief. Ooh, they give so many primos. I want to know. Oh, that's just nothing. Okay, so he was just supposed to go to the chest, and that was just a wall, basically. The time of reunion is brief. What? It's locked. Okay. Let me think. How can we... So in order for him to get to this chest, No, he's dead. Oh, yeah, this one's tricky. Let me think. If he's walking right, if he walks into this locked square, he's basically confirmed dead. Got it. Yi Bing is today wholly alone, and how shall I return to the Adepti's home? Yes, yes. Should I be figuring this out without beginning performance first? Alright, next scene. I didn't read the last one. Heng Guang has the protection of the Adeptus and can ride on the wind. When he reaches a place where the wind rises, he can ride its flow and reach the stage's upper level. I didn't read the message from last time, so that's what I want to do now. A lover you must find, a partner for life, for tears to wipe when sorrow is rife. Okay, let me think. Okay, got it. To eat and rest under oak and birch, across the world to earnestly search. Certain gaps on the stage come equipped with an extra board. Use the mechanisms to the floor to control whether a gap is open or closed. Heng Guang can switch the state of stage gaps once for each time he steps on such a device. Okay. I may have an idea. So, I need him to walk right. Wait a second, that's not correct. Or maybe it is. Oh, it doesn't even matter where he is on the board. Okay, I gotta open up that thing, which means he has to step on the button. If he goes from the left to step on the button, he'll surely die. And so that means he has to use the wind. Oh, he won't die if I move the spike, so I'm good. Ooh, I killed him. Will this even work? It does, yes. Alone I walk through the wilderness, but light steps fear, not long treks. What? Alone I walk through the wilderness, but light steps fear, not long treks. Okay. He's like saying, light steps fear, not long treks. Like, as long as I step light, I can hike anywhere, any distance. So I need him to step on the button by falling down. I need him to step on the button by turning right, by walking to the left. Okay. Oh, I messed up. Unless I didn't. Nan Fang and Yi Bing I shall unite, as they willed it. End performance. Oh, unlocks in a day, the last couple scenes, but I got my primos, which is pretty cool. This one's been pretty fun. Yunjin's got a pretty...
It's about time for us to meet up with Ganyu. Let's head to Eugene Terrace.
I got some mail. Just another day, Rosario's birthday. What's her voice sound like if I read it in her voice? To be clear, although you may know what day it is, I am writing simply to say hello with no special consideration. Every day in life is important and deserves to be cherished in their own right. You don't have to wait until your birthday to celebrate. You can celebrate every day if you want. So it's not a bad thing to treat my birthday as just another day. As long as you're happy, that's good enough. Anyway, I'm going to the tavern for a drink later. These days, there are a bunch of cocky guys that say they'll pick up the tab if I can beat them at Genius Invocation CCG. Sounds like a bargain. So Rosario's good at Genius Invocation CCG. It's Rosario's birthday around Lantern Rite this year. I got a wish. That means I can wish, guys. And maybe if I wish, it'll give me enough. It won't give me enough, but there's potential for it to give me enough. It's nothing. It's trash. Harbinger of Dawn. More like Harbinger of trash. I didn't want to go to character, I want to go to events. Oh my gosh. This controller. Beidou and yelling. During Lantern Rite, Yu Xing, the navigator of the Crux fleet, seems to be preparing for a unique training test. Time to go to Beidou's ship. They're really giving me a lot of primo gems for if I wanted, I'll hide them. I should also use my resin before it reaches 160. And yeah. I remember you. Long time no see, traveler in Paimon. Happy Lantern Rite. Thank you, Huixing. Paimon always wishes you well. Happy Lantern Rite. We've seen that the Alcor has a lot of seaborne goods and decorations, and it's as bustling as the city. Looking great, no? All of the decorations were handpicked by the captain. She wanted her brothers and sisters on duty to feel like they were at home for the festival. Not only that, before the Lantern Rite, the captain gave each of us a bonus and organized several big feasts. The food for every feast is ordered from reputable restaurants, such as the Wanmin restaurant, which we always frequent, and Sinue Kiosk and Liyue Pavilion. Everyone ate and drank their fill. Why was that? Why is the text different for that one, right? Whoa, wait. Am I crazy or did the text change? They changed font for me in my eyes for some reason. I don't know, maybe that's just me. Paimon wants to check those out too. Wow. Wow. A bonus and a feast? That's great. Paimon had no idea that Beidou also had such an eye for detail. Actually, the captain has always been meticulously keeping the fleet's affairs in order. Not only do we crew very well, but during past Lantern Rites, she's also prepared gifts for our families. Before the captain got some business information from the Tianquan on how to improve management strategy for the Crux. The revenue of the fleet has soared, so the captain has also increased our pay. In this way, the crew will be in tip-top shape for any challenge. When the new recruits hear about how well the Crux fleet treats its crew, they'll be extra motivated. Challenge? New recruits? During Lantern Rite, shouldn't everyone be on vacation? You guys seem to be working overtime. It's not like that, don't worry. The captain has done all the research in advance. Some of the crew were given early leave, while the others were given days off later on. Thus, everyone gets time off, and there will always be someone to man the Alcor. I was among the group that got earlier vacation time, and I came back to my post completely refreshed. I'm currently getting ready for my training examination, Vigilance at Sea. Vigilant what now? Is it a new challenge? Is it to do with new recruits? Yep, you guessed it. During the past 2 years, the volume of seaborne trade in Liyue Harbor has been soaring, and many people have joined up as sailors. Taking to the high seas is a matter of patience, bravery, and perception. These are highly demanded qualities. Sailors have to be well trained in order to navigate safely. In addition to obtaining the 4 major qualifications and the 5 minor qualifications, which total 9 navigation-related qualifications stipulated by the Ministry of Civil Affairs, 2 years of maritime training and an apprenticeship are also required. 9 qualifications and 2 more years of training? Holy mackerel! That's so demanding. It's no big deal. After all, it's far better to undergo rigorous training and preparation for work than go out at sea and encountering an unpleasant surprise unprepared. The Ministry of Civil Affairs organized most of the training courses. Anyone with a passable knowledge of sailing could coast by them. These subjects aren't too difficult. Of course, some ships will also have to traverse dangerous waters, which will hopefully give them some experience. Given the experience of the Crux fleet in dealing with rough sea situations, we in the Ministry of Civil Affairs have organized an intensive navigation training program. Sailors who pass the training will get a deep-sea navigation qualification certificate on completion, and well as some rewards prepared by the Ministry of Civil Affairs. Considering I have the best knowledge of the surrounding waters, the captain has tasked me with planning this training examination. Wait a minute. Speaking of sailing, you two are pretty good with that wave rider, no? Do you guys want to give it a try? If you don't mind, I also like to give you guys some feedback about this test, positive or negative. That way I will be able to improve it in a timely manner. Well, Paimon wants to see how skilled the crew needs to navigate the high seas. And there's a bonus reward too. It's a win-win for us. Let's give it a try. Let's experience what it's like to be a sailor. Such vigor. Then I'll mark you guys down for the Vigilance at Sea examination. Please do your best. Vigilance at Sea multiplayer. Sea conditions are consistent, and there are no other vessels in target waters. Very suitable for kicking off Vigilance at Sea. Okay, be sure to give it your all. What? Oh, never mind. I'm confused on how to play. So it's multiplayer, but you're single player also? Oh, that's a lot of levels. The floating lanterns mystique. Fortify. After using the skilled wave rider will not take damage for a while. Collect challenge coins. Okay, so I should just go for as much as I could. Oh, I don't like this one as much as the past 2 ones. $76 out of what, 5,000 tomorrow? Oh no. Oh, icing. I'm sorry to tell you, but I'm bad at this. How do you play? In Tranquil Waters mode, you will start the challenge in single player mode. At the end of the challenge, the more challenge coins the player has obtained, the higher their final score will be. The challenge will end, and the final score will be calculated if the Wave Rider's durability is depleted. When your score reaches the maximum limit, continuing the challenge will not grant you more points. Check the gameplay details for more information. Mm -mm -mm. Mm. The sea lanterns where dangerous and opportunities meet. What? I'm so lost. Beidou, you have the weakest one of the group. I'm gonna skip Beidou's thing. Yeah, just get 5,000 points. Behind the scenes, in Liyue Harbor, an adventurer is busy with a certain task. Yellen, let's see if Yellen has. All the primo gems. Did this area get cleared? Huh? I think it should have been cleared already. Yeah, what a headache. You're the traveler. My apologies, I was too busy. I didn't even notice you. What are you so busy with? So it's like this. For this year's Lantern Rite Festival, we of the Liyue Harbor's Adventurers Guild have been dispatched by the Ministry of Civil Affairs to help with some tertiary tasks. The Millionth are primarily responsible for patrolling the city and other key areas. We, on the other hand, get to go out and clear out some monsters, along with those good for helping bandits, too. Speaking of which, you're a registered adventurer as well, aren't you? I've heard plenty about your exploits. If you want, you can help us out, too. What do you say? Isn't it supposed to be the holidays? What about the Lantern Rite? Oh, well, since we are helping the Ministry during a holiday, they're providing additional compensation for our efforts. So, should any adventurers be willing to take on these commissions, they'll be able to collect more rewards upon completing their tasks. How much additional compensation are we talking about? Then, show me what needs to be done. Trust me, it's plenty. That depends on how much work I still have left. Yeah, alright, I knew you wouldn't just stay idle. I'll be sure to mark down all the locations already confirmed by the guild. Also, please take this miniature launch tube. Should you accept one of the commissions, remember to launch some fireworks after you clear out an area. After you launch the fireworks, we will send someone to designate the area as cleared. And then, we will adjust the overall plan in accordance with the areas that have been cleared. That sounds pretty strategic. Yeah, this is the Lantern Rite Festival after all. We can't let anything go wrong. People are more tense than a stretched cord right now. Never mind this one for now. I'll go take a look at the situation. I need to make a report back to Lon later. Who's a part of the Adventurers Guild and is from Liyue? Nobody? I only know Fischl and Bennett and Mondstadt. But otherwise, from Liyue, there's like no one associated with the Adventurers Guild. I'm going with my good team.
of order.
Freeze to the core. I condemn you.
Is that it? My burst didn't even get to go off. Alright, this one's kind of cool. It's the fighting and... What the heck? Why can't I... Why isn't it working?
More speed.
Alright.
Beg for mercy. Crush. Eye for an eye. Good grief. Shudder. More speed. Beg for mercy. Blood of frost. Crush.
Why are they dying so fast? I don't understand. Like, it's not even me, that's like the game. They put fireworks in the game that kills them so fast. Is that it? Is that the entire mission? Events. Alright, Yellen's is pretty good. I like it. Is Yellen a part? No, she's not a part of the Adventurers Guild. She's part of like the Cheesing almost. Defeat 9 opponents. The treasure order.
Order guide you. Stabilize. One taste of my hammer.
Shudder. Eye for an eye. More speed. Walk in ruin.
Yeah, what's up with the fireworks going on? The fireworks are killing them. Because, like, I got hit by that huge slime and I didn't even touch it. But the fireworks from, like, I don't know, the attacks is what killed it.
Shudder! More speed. Crush! Freeze to the core! Shudder! Yeah. More speed. Eye for an eye.
Okay.
Beg for mercy.
This is order. Solidify.
You can't run. I condemn you. Eye for an eye. Vengeance will be mine. I condemn you. Wind, hear me. Shudder. Punishment.
Gather.
Beg for mercy.
I'll sucker for a punch.
Crush! Flood of frost! Shudder! Eye for an eye!
Order guide you. Solidify.
Crush!
Take that!
Beg for mercy. Crush!
What's this? A free Yao-Yao? I guess it's free anybody, but I don't have Yao-Yao and I don't plan on wishing for Yao-Yao, so I could get a free Yao-Yao. Do I even want to do Beto's ship thing? I only got on my first run. I got 76. It's gonna take so long to get up to 4,000. Festival anecdotes. We could do this. You and Ganyu had agreed to look separately for clues about the woman in Dvorak's story. Now it's time to meet up. Let's see. Investigation with Ganyu.
Contract.
This is a good team. Xinyan, Ganyu, Shengling, and myself, the Traveler. Beloy. Yeah. Let me change their weapons so that they're actually playable to a degree now. Ganyu, it's me, the traveler. Remember? No, she's about to sleep. Oh, I would hate trying to stay awake, waiting for someone.
Greetings, traveler in Paimon. What time is it?
Are you okay, Ganyu? You were nodding off there. Didn't you sleep well last night?
I'm fine. Don't worry about me. Let's discuss the matter at hand. Since last time, I've been thinking a lot about the story Paimon told me. In essence, someone rescued a drowning man and performed some music. If that were all there was to it, it could have been many people, human or Adeptus. But the tune was allegedly so wonderful that the drowning man forgot about everything else, even his own impending death, and only came to his senses after being brought to shore. Perhaps there was an adeptal power at work in that music that he, as a mortal, could not perceive. Or perhaps he sensed a power surrounding him but lacked the words to describe it, not knowing where it came from. Either way, if this part of the story is true, then the rescuer has to have been an Adeptus.
You really think so? But this story is all the way from Fontaine. Isn't this a bit of a long shot? Also, Paimon's really curious about how people from Fontaine think this fairy lady looked.
Maybe they imagined her having wings. Maybe they gave her horns.
Ooh, like a crystal fly's wings? That would be pretty cool. But Paimon definitely can't imagine any of the Adepti looking like that. Actually, Ganyu, if you had to save a drowning person, how would you go about it?
How would you go about it? I would freeze the lake with my cryovision, and then they should appear on top of the ice.
Huh? Me? Well, I'd get them to the shore, and then I'd probably hide behind a tree and watch them for a while.
Oh, if you had to save a drowning person, take them to the shore and hide behind a tree and watch them.
Once I was sure that they were going to be okay, I'd slip away without a sound.
I'm so cute.
Got it. So basically, Ganyu's the type of person who doesn't like taking credit for her good deeds.
No, it's not like that. I'm just not very good at explaining things. And I also find it really awkward accepting other people's gratitude.
Well, what if this Adeptus in the story had a similar attitude? That would explain why she just left without saying a word. She was probably thinking something like, one was merely passing by and saw fit to address this egregious disruption to one's graceful zithering at once. You may keep your thanks to yourself.
Whoa, that's a good impression,
That
Paimon.
was actually a very good impression of Cloud Retainer, Paimon.
Yes.
As far as I'm aware, Cloud Retainer isn't the most musically gifted. Still, we can't completely rule her out just yet. If we set off now, we could head to Mount Outsung and ask her about it. You'll be able to confirm either way if it's her, and I can, I've been in Lea Harbor for so long now that I'm just not as familiar with the Adepti anymore. If there's anything we want to know about them, she's the best person to ask.
Sounds great! And we're pretty close with Cloud Retainer by now, so we probably don't even need to bring her food this time, right?
I've prepared a gift for her to mark the festival, just in case.
You still have some reservations? Oh, however, you still have some reservations?
Cloud Retainer spends most of her days studying mechanisms in her abode. She's on her own so much of the time that the moment she has someone to chat with, she just... Never mind. I promised I'd help Mr. Dvorak, and now that I've made the contract, I can't be having second thoughts. Traveler, Paimon, let's set off for Cloud Retainer's abode.
Seems like this is a tough decision for Ganyu, but she's made up her mind now. Paimon gets why she'd be so anxious. Okay, how about this? If Cloud Retainer tries to start telling stories about her again this year, We should pipe up and change the topic. Wait, did she leave already? Hey, Ganyu, wait up!
We get to see Cloud Retainer this year. Yes, Cloud Retainer. One merely jests. Ah, Ganyu I knew as a sweet little baby. She was plump and round, like all babies. Except she was plumper than the average baby. One push and she would roll down the hill. Pushes Ganyu as a baby down the hill.
Paimon's so tired from trying to keep up. Don't either of you need to take any breaks?
I can't believe it. Cloud Retainer is not here.
Huh? Did we miss her?
She doesn't like to travel, so in the past, it's always been the other Adepti who come to visit her during the festivals.
Could she be busy with something else right now? Could she have run into trouble?
True. Now that I think about it, Cloud Retainer would be quite capable of taking care of anything on her own. There's no need to worry about her. Since she's not here, I guess the next step is to check all the other Adepti abodes, one by one.
Wow.
Uh-oh. Will it involve a lot more traveling? Got it! Paimon has a great idea!
Please go on, Paimon.
Our goal here is to find the Adeptus that helped Dvorak's ancestor, right? We can't hear any music right now, but if she's really as nice as the story suggests, she'd definitely come to help anyone who was drowning, right?
No, she wants us to drown.
I think that's fair to say.
So, all we have to do is get the Traveler to pretend to fall into the water, and the Adeptus will come to the rescue!
If you're so sure, why don't you try?
You know perfectly well that Paimon can't swim! Paimon would sink like a rock!
I just think it's a bad idea. I guess I can give it a try.
Just trust Paimon! The water's pretty deep over there. Quick, swim to the very center!
Let me get my running up so I could swim to the center of the pool.
Help! Help! Someone's drowning! If only there was a kind-hearted Adeptus here to save us!
They're actually drowned. Wait, am I being saved? Is this what it is? Someone carries you ashore so quickly that you don't even catch who it is. It's Xiao and Shenhe.
How do you feel right now?
I think I coughed up a fish
and
back
the
there.
Conqueror of Demons.
Why don't you say something? Please don't make Paimon explain it. Okay, fine. Paimon will explain.
It's like, what are you two? What are you guys doing? The Traveler drowning himself in the middle of the lake. Paimon being like, help, help, and Ganyu hiding behind a tree.
We're looking for an Adeptus who's good at being a lifeguard and playing music. But if the Adepti aren't gonna stay home, then how are we supposed to find them?
It wasn't me.
Yeah, so this Adeptus is most likely a woman.
And I am not an Adeptus, as you both already know, Traveler and Paimon.
Okay, so this is Paimon's fault. No way Paimon would have suggested this idea if she'd known how awkward this was gonna be.
I'm fine. Sorry for troubling you both.
Glad you're okay.
You're leaving already?
As far as I know, the one you seek is no Yaksha. And one last thing. Your actions here caused others a great deal of worry. Do not repeat them again in the future.
Drowning yourself? Whoa,
As
he
ever,
just
the conqueror
exploded.
of demons comes and goes, just like the wind.
Right. I didn't dare to say a word just now. How's your training going, Shenhe? Have you made any plans for Lantern Rite? We could spend it together in Liyue Harbor if you'd like.
Oh, I had planned to spend the festival with Master this year. However...
Oh, speaking of Cloud Retainer, when did you see her last?
Earlier this morning. She set off from Mount Hulao at dawn. I noticed she was using an Adeptus art of some kind to protect a mechanism that looked like a boiler. Maybe it was a gift from Mountain Shaper. I did not inquire.
How crazy would it be if the woman that saved the guy was Cloud Retainer in a human form, and then human form Cloud Retainer becomes a playable character in the game? Yes, yes, I would wish for Cloud Retainer.
So we just missed her. Please excuse me for a moment. I think I'll leave the gift in her abode.
Sure. Thank you.
Thanks, Ganyu on Cloud Retainer's behalf.
Sounds like Ganyu and Shenhe have gotten a lot closer recently.
Yes. During the summer and winter, I continued to train with Master. In the other months of the year, I have been learning to adapt to human life in Liyue Harbor. Ganyu arranged accommodations for me in the city, and also recommended several work positions for me. But when I try to blend in by referring to her as Miss Ganyu or Lady Ganyu, like the others, she says I mustn't address her like that.
Miss Ganyu or Lady Ganyu.
Sometimes I'm supposed to copy other people. Sometimes I'm not. It's a little difficult to keep track of everything.
Lady Ganyu gets embarrassed when people try to call her Lady Ganyu. They're just like calling her Lady Ganyu. Ganyu gets embarrassed when people call her Lady Ganyu.
Oh, is that what it is? Noted.
Oh, is that what it is? Noted. It's like, now I can embarrass Ganyu at any moment of the day.
So, you came looking for Master today because you wanted to ask her about the Mystery Adeptus. Is that right?
Yep. Oh, speaking of that, have you ever heard any music while out training in the mountains?
Music? What is that?
It's...
What is music? The question Mr. Dvorak asked us earlier.
A nerve-wracking sound. Or even a terrifying one.
Okay, I'm done. I also left her a note so that she knows where to find us. We won't miss her again.
Yay! That's really helpful. Thanks!
We were just talking about this thing called music. And based on Paimon's description, I do believe I hear it every day. Please follow me.
Oh, really? Great, let's go!
Follow Shenhe to her cultivation place. Her place of music. I hope it's like something funny. We got to see Xiao during the event, though. It kind of made me think that I don't want to wish for Shao, so I'm good on that end.
This is the place. I enjoy training here to the sound of music.
Me too. My condolences, Paimon.
Oh, whew. Paimon hasn't gone deaf after all. Paimon heard you when you just spoke.
She says to the traveler who doesn't speak.
Anyway, where is this music?
The faint sound of birdsong, the quiet murmur of the streams. These are relaxing sounds. Are they not the music of which you speak?
Oh, Paimon wasn't quite done with the description. Okay, fine, it's all Paimon's fault. What we're looking for are not the sounds of nature, but melodies played on special instruments.
And a melody is?
Go on, Paimon. Sing us a nursery rhyme. Ganyu, why don't you sing that folk song you sing to glaze lilies? Who do we want to sing, Paimon or Ganyu? Ganyu. I like Ganyu more than Paimon. Ganyu, why don't you sing that folk song you sing to glaze lilies?
Hey, why don't you just sing that one melody Shen has heard before? It'll probably help her to understand what we're talking about.
Alright. Fingers crossed this won't attract any whopper flowers.
Oh, was that from the opera that Yunjin sang?
Whoa, Ether remembers so well to remember that opera.
That was a melody, and melodies can be called music.
It felt like I was transported back to the past. In my mind's eye, I could see the Zhao lanterns lighting up the night sky again. We're all there, raising our glasses and drinking to our heart's content on the Jade Chamber. As I watched Yunjin's performance, I felt a warm sensation in my heart. And as the drink reached my stomach, it went from warm to hot. When you hummed that melody just now, feelings from a whole year ago came right back to me, as strong as they were on that day.
It's also playing the song in the background, the song I like from Liyue.
So that's the power of music.
Wow, Shenhe. That was so deep!
Sus, Paimon. I'm kidding.
Look
at her mind.
Memories. It's like a time capsule with all the special moments from our life squished inside. What about you, Ganyu? Are there any melodies that have left a deep impression on you?
I don't remember if my parents ever sang any lullabies to me. I know some local folk songs, and a few other things come to mind too. The songs of the sailors down at the docks, the little ditties that the vendors call out in front of their beloved shops, the tunes of folk artists performing on the streets.
All the sounds of Liyue Harbor.
Yes, that's right. In the past, whenever I heard the sound of those tunes, I always felt that they were worlds apart from me. Nenny and Liyue probably view me as a non-human. And they are right, in the sense that I never could connect with humans' artistic expression and their sentiments. So I haven't been able to integrate into their community and be a part of their lives. At least, that's the view I held in the past. Only more recently did I start to realize that the only barriers are ones that I have erected with my imagination. The way those melodies make me feel isn't all that different from other people after all. They're about mundane details of everyday existence. Life's ups and downs, joys and sorrows. Even though we come from different backgrounds and have different stories to tell, when it comes down to the most common things that we see and experience around us each day in the city, in that sense, we're all the same.
You go, Ganyu! You're really
You go, Ganyu.
You have loads of friends in Liyue Harbor when you think about it. Like, okay, maybe some are more like coworkers and bosses, but at the very least, Keqing and Shenhe are your friends now, right?
Yes, I am. Technically speaking, we should refer to each other by the conventional forms of address used among fellow disciples. But now that I know what constitutes a friendship, I do believe we are more friends than co-disciples.
Thank you, everyone.
Once the days are warmer, I would like to host you at my home in the city. Please invite Keqing as well. I've planted many types of flowers. I'm sure some of them will be to your taste.
To your taste.
You are too kind. I couldn't possibly.
Nonsense. You are my friend. I have cultivated and cared for the flowers just as you taught me. Once you've seen them for yourself, I am sure you can advise me how to do an even better job next time. I will save some for decoration. We can feast on the rest.
Then, thank you in advance. Wait, what is that saying again? If you insist?
Do people say that? I'm not completely sure either.
It doesn't matter, okay? You got the point across. No need to split hairs. Paimon's more concerned about your idea of a girls' night out. Eating flowers? Really? Does this have anything to do with you both being the disciples of that illuminated bird?
I doubt Keqing will be munching on any flowers.
Who dares refer to one not by one's Adeptus title, but merely as that illuminated bird?
Master.
Our greetings.
That illuminated bird.
Ah! There it is! The illuminated bird has landed!
So funny.
Double humph. Now she has the gall to use it rather than she. Even after being chastised once already? Barely a moment has passed since we last met, and yet your impertinence has reached new heights. Very well. If you refuse to learn your lesson, one shall scold you no further. One has received your message from Ganyu. On the matter of the Adeptus you seek, one suspects to know their identity.
What? Why do you keep saying one?
Well, shall one lead the way?
Yes, please, Cloud Retainer. One illuminated bird.
I still have to complete my training for today, so I will bid farewell to everyone here.
Very well. Await my arrival at one's abode later this night. On this special occasion, you should indulge yourself with some savory dishes.
Happy Lantern Rite, Shenhe.
If you want to release a Shao Lantern, come and find us anytime.
Thank you, everyone. Happy Lantern Rite to you too.
Nice. The Yunjin thing. Head to the designated location. One. That illuminated bird? Cloud Retainer is like one of my favorite characters. I'm more excited to see Cloud Retainer than I am Shao. Yeah. The illuminated bird. That illuminated bird.
Is this Quayle Plains? Cloud Retainer, why did you bring us here?
Ganyu is of course familiar with the name Guizhong, but have you ever heard of her?
I've definitely heard it somewhere.
Guizhong is another name of Agentis, the god of dust. She was extroverted in nature and adored social gatherings and inventions alike. Long ago, this region was yet a prosperous assembly. Guizhong often invited her friends to visit her home, reserving for us seats around the largest stone table. Sea Gazer would always bring out his latest treasure and place it upon the table. He could be quite the braggart. Though usually a mild-mannered fellow, when it came to those collectibles he was so fond of, he always loved to show them off.
Paimon remembers that name. So that's what Sea Gazer was like.
He was an old friend and a former rival. One has many memories of him. Once he had brought out the treasure, it would predictably become the center of attention. Neither Guizhong nor One was content to let him just steal the spotlight. So we would then also present our proudest mechanical creations. As Adepti, we were each gifted in our own ways, and naturally proud of our accomplishments in our respective fields of expertise. As a result, One often quarreled with Sea Gazer. His treasures were not even of his own making. He just used his exploration skills to dig them out of the ground. How, pray tell, could he compare to me, when every single one of One's accomplishments were crafted by one's own hand?
Cloud Retainer, you are getting competitive again.
One digresses. Regardless, every time an argument occurred, Guizhong would come over to watch us during our mutual lambastics. On some occasions, she would join in, and on others, she'd take one of us by the limb and start uttering the most ridiculous nonsense.
What kind of nonsense?
No kind of nonsense were we spared. Sometimes she would brazenly opine, why argue between yourselves when neither of you could ever hope to beat me? Other times, she would make unsolicited suggestions, such as, once you two are done arguing, let's go to the foot of the mountain and grill some meat. She always sought to make everyone happy, and one must say, she had quite the gift for it. No matter what nonsense she said, One never felt bothered or offended. It also helped that she never referred to One as that illuminated bird or lady bird.
Come on, get over yourself!
Anyway, just as our impassioned arguments would reach the apex of acrimony, Marchosius would bring his delectable dishes to the table. Who would dare snub the stove god and his wondrous creations? At the sight of him, we would all immediately drop the argument and prepare the table for a night of feasting and drinking. Back then, One was always bothered by how the cups Rex Lapis brought were always too square for one's taste. Can you see yourselves ever enjoying a drink from a square cup?
Square cups? I could... Square cups are pretty good.
Then you are most tolerant, but that is its own virtue. Even One could never find fault with Marchosius's cooking. As we ate, Guizhong would continue to find topics for conversation, filling the table with humor and laughter. Each of those old fossils had their character flaws and points of obstinacy. So why was it that whenever we dined together, we always had a marvelous time? We would drink together from a spot high in the mountains, until the moon set and the sun rose, and only then would the banquet finally come to an end. Streetwood Rambler would often remain to admire the flowers with Guizhong before returning to her own abode. The glazed lilies were far more abundant back then. Entire fields of